Morning, all. All right, so tonight's a busy night. It is, of course, Remembrance Day, and so that's the military style jersey and the poppy and all of that. So yeah, let's just talk about tonight's games. We have 11 tonight. I don't know if that's by design that there's 11 games on the 11th of November, Remembrance Day and all that, but we have five games starting at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, and then a half an hour later, one more. A half an hour after that, two more, and then we have another, and then two more. So it's going to be a busy night for me. I'll do my best, as I always try to do. So it's 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. The Edmonton Oilers in against the Boston Bruins. Edmonton's 9-2 on the season. Boston is 6-4. Special teams numbers are good for both teams. For Edmonton, they're fantastic. 46.9% of the power play. Boston can't take penalties. And 87.1% of the penalty kill. The Oilers are also outscoring their opponents 4.18 goals per game to 2.91 goals against. On the Boston side, their power play 25.8%, 80% for the penalty kill. They're scoring 2.7 goals per game. They're allowing 2.8. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Calgary Flames and Montreal Canadiens are renewing their rivalry. What's interesting is this is the 1988 and 1990 Stanley Cup final. This is the 1986 and 1989 Stanley Cup final. So the Calgary Flames 7-2-3 in against the 3-10-1 Montreal Canadiens. Calgary has to watch for that dreaded trap game, but the Akbar Magnets still being mad at me for yesterday, not putting it up there. Calgary, 24.4% of the power play, 86.1% of the penalty kill. Those numbers are excellent. They're scoring 3.42 goals per game. They're allowing 2.17 on the Montreal side. A little less excellent. Their power play, 12.8%. Their penalty kill, 68.6%. They're scoring 2 goals per game. They're allowing 3.43. So, bit of a rougher time there. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific as well for the LA Kings and the Ottawa Senators. For the Kings, they're 7-5-1. They're on a 6-game winning streak. For the Ottawa Senators, 3-8-1, and it's been a tough go the last couple of weeks. The special teams numbers are remarkably similar between these teams. 17.6% on the power play for LA, not great. 72.2% on the penalty kill, also not great. On the Ottawa side, 17.1% on the power play, 71.9% on the penalty kill. Those numbers are bad, so we'll see how it goes tonight. Goals for and against, LA scoring 2.85 per game. They're allowing 2.62. The Ottawa Senators, 2.5 goals per game. They're allowing 3.58. That's not the recipe for success. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the New York Islanders, New Jersey Devils are renewing their rivalry. The Islanders 4-3-2 on the season. New Jersey 6-3-2. Similar records, the difference being that the Islanders haven't played at home yet. So they've got 3 more games, including this one, before they're going to play at home. 16% on the power play for the New York Islanders, which isn't good enough, but their penalty kill is solid at 84.6%. They're scoring 2.7 goals per game. They're only allowing 2.4. So that's an excellent number for them. On the New Jersey side, their power play 14.3%, which is low. 74.4% on the penalty kill, also low. They're trying to recover those numbers. They're scoring and allowing 2.91 goals per game. So very good all around so far for both of these teams, although some of the underlying numbers would have you wondering. So I guess it's all 5-on-5 then. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Florida Panthers in against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Florida's, well, they're coming off of back-to-back losses, right? They're 10-2-1 all of a sudden. Pittsburgh's 4-3-4. Never take them lightly. Special teams numbers, very good for Florida. 23.8% on the power play, 81.6% on the penalty kill. They're scoring 4.4 goals per game. They're allowing 2.62 goals per game. On the Pittsburgh side, their power play, woeful, 10.8%, which tells you how long they've been without some of their best star players. Their penalty kill, 92.3%. That's excellent. So power play goals aren't a thing in Pittsburgh games. They're scoring 3.18 goals per game. They're allowing 2.91. So they've been keeping their head barely above water when you look at their overall record, but they're doing well. Then at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, the Washington Capitals in against the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit trying to, string some wins together here and get people talking more about them. Washington 6-2-4 on the season. Detroit is 7-5-2. The overall numbers, special teams for the Capitals, 18.6% on the power play. On the penalty kill, 78.8%. They are scoring 3.5 goals per game. They're allowing 2.67. And of course, it's the Ovechkin show. One more goal, he officially passes Brett Hull. On the special team side for Detroit, 17.4% on the power play, 72.3% on the penalty kill. They're scoring 3.07 goals per game. They're allowing 3.29. So their goals against being a little bit higher than what they're going to want it to be. Then half an hour later, at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, the Nashville Predators and St. Louis Blues get at it as well. Nashville 7-5-1. Coming off of a big win last night over Dallas. St. Louis 8-2-1. They're coming off of a big win as well. And so the special teams numbers are really, really solid for both teams. 26.3% on the power play for Nashville. 80.4% on the penalty kill. They've scored and allowed 2.69 goals per game. On the St. Louis side of things, 33.3% on the power play, 88.9% on the penalty kill. They're scoring 3.55 goals per game. They're allowing 2.36. Also at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, the San Jose Sharks in against the Winnipeg Jets. San Jose 7-4-1 on the season. Winnipeg 6-3-3. The special teams numbers are very good on the San Jose side. 21.1% on the power play, 90.3% on the penalty kill. On the Winnipeg side, they've got to fix their penalty kill. Their power play is 26.5%, which is excellent. Their penalty kill 63.9%. They're scoring 3.17 goals per game. They're allowing 2.83. So Winnipeg's overall numbers have been very good, but there's still room for improvement there. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific, the Vancouver Canucks take to the road, where the record's better than the road record at home. And against Colorado, who are looking to bounce back. They had the back-to-back losses against Columbus, and now they're trying to get themselves on the winning track. Vancouver's 5-6-2 on the season. Colorado's 4-5-1. Special teams, not great on the Vancouver side. 17.6% on the power play, 65% on the penalty kill. That's nowhere near good enough. They're scoring 2.62 goals per game. They're allowing 2.69 goals per game. On the Colorado side of things, 10.5% on the power play, not good enough. 84.6% on the penalty kill. They're scoring 2.9 goals per game. They're allowing 3.6 goals per game. We'll see how they do without Nathan McKinnon tonight and for the next few weeks, right? Then at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, we have 2 games starting then, including Minnesota in against Vegas. Minnesota coming off a big win last night. That's one of those ones where you have to focus and go, all right, don't overlook these guys, and they didn't. So they're 9-3 on the season. They have a 21.6% on the power play, 77.3% on the penalty kill. They're scoring 3.42 goals per game. They're allowing 3.17, and their games are ridiculously fun to watch. On the Vegas side, they're 7-6. Their power play has at least got to double digits now, 11.5%. Their penalty kill still a problem, 75.8%. They're scoring 2.77 goals per game. They're allowing 3.08 goals per game. So still the numbers for Vegas are not where you'd want them to be. And finally, the Anaheim Ducks coming off a win over Vancouver in against Seattle. Anaheim's 7-4-3 on the season. Seattle's 4-8-1. Special teams, Anaheim 27.1% on the power play, 85.7% on the penalty kill. Those numbers are fantastic. They're scoring 3.21 goals per game. They're allowing 2.71 goals per game. On the Seattle side, their power play, single digit, 9.5%. 79.3% on the penalty kill. Those numbers are not good enough. They're scoring 2.77 goals per game, which is not the lowest on the board, but they're allowing 3.38 goals per game. So they keep it close very often, but Seattle, they haven't quite had the saves when they've needed them, and so we'll see how things go tonight. Do they get those saves against Anaheim? Because Anaheim is playing very well. Let me know your thoughts, winners, and all that in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.